Earlier this month, there were over 58,000 people in immigration and customs enforcement detention centers. According to data gathering service TRAC, over 70% of those detained have no criminal conviction or only committed minor offenses such as traffic violations. One Bonita Springs man says that's the situation he faced after he was taken by ICE last February. During his 3 months in custody, he says he was mistreated so badly he nearly died. To protect his identity and family, he asked that we call him Andres and spoke through a translator. WGCU's Cary Barbor reports.
Estuve en el bus por 4 días.
I spent 4 days in a bus outside the center because there was not enough space inside the center. And my hands and my legs were shackled. And they didn't clean the only toilet in the bus for 4 days, and they gave us no food.
This is Andres, a 48-year-old Bonita Springs man and father of 4, describing his time in Chrome Detention Center in Miami. He was arrested in February for leaving the scene of a very minor traffic accident in Collier County. Though he previously had temporary protected status, or TPS, from his native country of El Salvador, he had let it lapse, according to ICE records and his immigration attorney. After 12 days in the Naples jail, Andres was moved to the Chrome Detention Center in Miami. That's where he came close to losing his life.
Comenzó el azúcar como a subirse.
The sugar level went way up, and I started to kind of faint. The other inmates in the bus started to call immigration so that they come out for him.
After staff at Chrome brought him inside from the bus that day, they measured his blood sugar and got a dangerously high reading of 650. A healthy level, according to the CDC, is below 180. Andres was placed in a small room, a space designed for 7 but occupied by 75 inmates. No one could lie down, only stand up or squat, and he says it was very cold. He was held another 17 days as he became more and more sick. He was not able to see his attorney.
One time he came over to try to see me at Chrome.
Pero como estaba tan enfermo,
I was so sick, they didn't allow him to come in.
Ira Kurzban is an attorney and author of Kurzban's Immigration Law Sourcebook.
The first thing to understand is that immigrants, documented or undocumented, who wind up in detention are in civil detention. It's not criminal detention. So civil detention, people have many due process rights. In other words, they haven't been sentenced. They haven't had a criminal trial. They're just, put in detention for what amounts to kind of pre-trial determination as to what should happen to them. They have a right to a hearing if they're undocumented, to go before an immigration judge, to have a lawyer if they can afford to have a lawyer, to not be kept in conditions that are so bad as, you've often heard that that's a violation on its face of due process.
After Chrome, Andres was moved around to the Broward Transitional Center and then to a county jail near Cleveland, Ohio. In mid-May, after paying $7,500 in bail, he was released. He was left in the middle of Ohio without his driver's license, any money, or any way to get home. He luckily ran into the wife of a friend, and together they reached a relative who drove to Ohio and brought him back home to Florida. The type of detention Andres went through, Kurzban says, amounts to incarceration. And in the U.S., even incarcerated people have a right to have their basic human needs met.
And there always have been standards. And those standards are not the standards that you might see in a Latin American modern-day concentration camp like in El Salvador. We have standards in America, and those standards say you can't put people in a detention center when they exceed the amount of people who are supposed to be there. You have to feed them properly. You have to house them properly. You have to give them medical care.
Andres is home now, back at his job and taking care of his family. He's working with an immigration attorney to get residency status, and his immigration court appearance is scheduled for 4 years from now, 2029. Still, nothing can erase the inhumane treatment he received while in detention.
Por favor, ayúdame. Ver mis hijos.
I was so sick that the official would come to the bed thinking that I was dead, and he would pinch me. I would pray like I show you now, and I would cry too. I would pray for my family.
Solamente los quería ver a ellos y era todo. Y lo demás, si me iba para el país o me moría.
The most important thing I was asking was to see my family. That was it.
For WGCU News, I'm Cary Barbor with help from Andrea Melendez in Bonita Springs.
Thanks for watching. We've got more great content for you, from news to the arts to the environment. So be sure to like and subscribe to WGCU's YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms for the stories that matter to you.